Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Thursday, February 23rd, 2017. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. The second largest reinsurer in the world, Swiss Re, reported its numbers this morning. They surprised analysts by coming in with a miss on their targets. They reported group net income of $517 million for the fourth quarter of 2016. It's down about 45% from the prior year period, and missed consensus estimates by about 18%. The miss was driven by worse than expected performance in the corporate solutions and life capital division, with underlying results in the property and casualty reinsurance business and the life and health reinsurance business broadly in line with expectations. The combined ratio for the two divisions that were responsible for most of the losses, corporate solutions and life capital, showed a deterioration in their combined ratio by about 7 points, up to 106%. About 4.5 points of that are due to large natural cat events, as well as an unfavorable prior year development of about negative 1% from previous years. Natural catastrophes accounted for about 6.4% of total losses against 1.9% for the prior year period. Again, as we've discussed, natural catastrophes are on the rise. After years of being quite low, they have gradually ticked upwards. Swiss Re announced that, in fact, they continue to pay claims and continue to do exactly what they're structured to do, provide reinsurance to their customers. 200 firefighters are battling a blaze in Singapore at a waste management plant that has now, just before we came on the air, been determined to be under control. The fire triggered a series of explosions and sent a plume of black smoke over the city earlier today. The fire broke out at the Eco Special Waste Management Plant in the Tuas Industrial District bordering Malaysia. It was fueled by chemical waste and other flammable materials. Zurich Insurance is the lead insurer on a $120 million political risk claim caused by the conflict in Ukraine. The insured is food conglomerate Cargill, one of the world's largest privately held companies. Cargill had to abandon a sunflower crushing plant near the Ukraine city of Donetsk in July of 2014. The site was occupied by armed rebels shortly afterwards. And there's also reports that in August of 2014, the plant was damaged by a missile strike. According to sources in the London market, the impacted policy is syndicated in the London company market and Lloyd's, and was brokered by BPL Capital. Cargill said that the factory was occupied by the militia 10 days after the company abandoned it, and they said that they believe the plant has suffered considerable damage during the conflict. They said the complex machinery and equipment associated with running a sunflower seed crushing plant, we should be considering it to be extremely unsafe and potentially hazardous. A spate of algae infestations that have killed millions of salmon and tuna will see London market underwriters take a share of a $45 million claim. A trio of losses originated in Mexico and Chile as a result of harmful algae bloom events, where algae populations quickly accumulate and generate toxins that can kill off entire fish farms. Mexico and Chile have a very big fish farm industry. The unusually high ocean temperatures at the beginning of last year, attributable in part to the El Nino weather phenomenon, fueled an algae bloom that affected about 20% of salmon and tuna farms operated in Chile and Mexico. A gas pipeline explosion in Teheran yesterday demolished 3 buildings and killed at least 5 people, injured at least another 6. The explosion took place in the Cargill neighborhood in southwestern Tehran. There are reports that residents are still trapped under the demolished buildings. Budget-conscious travelers can now book $65 transatlantic flights on Norwegian Air Shuttle. The company announced this morning, ramping up pressure on American carriers to compete with them. Beginning in June, the low-cost European carrier will launch one-way flights from Stewart International Airport in Orange County, New York, T.F. Green Airport in Providence, and Bradley International Airport in Hartford, with direct flights to destinations in Ireland and the United Kingdom. Thousands of tickets will be offered at the introductory rate of $65. The next tier of pricing starts at $99. Competitive pricing by American carriers started about $655 to up to about $2,700. The carriers taking advantage of an agreement to liberalize air travel between the U.S. and the EU, which allows airlines from non-EU states such as Norway and Iceland to fly anywhere between the two blocks. Presumably this will mean that once Britain becomes a non-EU state, they too will be able to avail themselves of this opportunity. We'll see if the American carriers try to match this fare. It's a ridiculously low fare. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.